All right, what's doing? This is DonDoingStuff, and this is a segment called What's Doing. Basically, I'll be talking about a little bit about news, and I'm trying to deliver it in a way that is entertaining. It's not as funny when I explain it, hey, but all good. Here we go. This is What's Doing. So recently, there were some cyber attacks on Australian organizations, and our Prime Minister ScoMo did a press conference and said that the attacks were across a range of sectors, including all levels of government, industry, political organizations, education, health, essential services, and other important infrastructure. So basically, fucking everybody, which he could have just said. But the reason for this press conference is similar to when your mates tag you in a Facebook post with a weird link. You've seen those, right? And the comments that usually follow are like, "You've been hacked. Change your fucking password. You're an idiot. Stop looking at porn." Like those are the type of comments that you get on those types of Facebook posts. Yep. Which is what ScoMo was trying to tell us in that press conference. Stop looking at porn. But for the record, if you ever get a weird Facebook like post or a weird link like that, do not click that link.
Okay.
Yeah. Just word of advice, because it could be a virus, it could be like some malware. But personally, I never click on any of those links from that any of my friends send me anymore. And I've been way too traumatized by those jump scare videos. Do you remember those? Back in the 90s?
The Ring.
It was like a video. Yeah. So it's like a video that's pretty innocuous. It just seems like normal, and then all of a sudden something jumps out at you. Like after seeing those too many times, because my friends would send me that all the time, I just don't want to click any more videos from friends. So yeah, they were a way to troll your mates over the internet, and they were funny until it happened to you, right? So I'm saying now, Garcia, no, I'm not gonna click on that video that you just sent me. I don't care how funny you say it is. I'm not clicking on that fucking video. But yeah, kids nowadays, they've found a new way to troll on the internet, and I thought this was really, really funny. They've managed to do it to Donald Trump.
Ooh.
So apparently, a bunch of teens on TikTok reserved a bunch of tickets to a Trump rally in Oklahoma with no intention of going. And they posted it up on TikTok. Hilarious. And Trump was reportedly pretty bummed about it because the turnout was low.
Oh.
But like, it's just like, it just reminded me of inviting people on Facebook events, right?
And not concerned.
Like nobody that clicks on going is actually going. They're not going to turn up. The people that click on maybe, they click it because they might show up.
They won't.
But then they have the option to bail at the last minute, right? All of the people that click not going, they're also assholes, but they're considerate enough to rip the Band-Aid off straight away and tell you that they're not going. But yeah, anyway. In global pandemic news, Victoria is having its second outbreak of COVID-19. And the latest update on June 25th reported 33 new cases with a total of 1,917 cases. So restrictions in Victoria are back in place. And this second wave sounds like the sequel to a video game, right? Because it's like Outbreak 2, Melbourne City. That's what it reminds me. It reminds me of like just a video game.
You thought it was gone.
You thought it was over, but here it's coming back for you.
It's the Michael Myers of friggin' diseases.
I'd personally like for it to be more like, and I've always said this, that I'd rather have a zombie apocalypse than this virus bullshit, right? Because at least there's something that you can attack or like hit back or fight back. You can't really fight against a virus. You can just kind of sit at home. It's not as exciting. But speaking of video game sequels, and speaking of zombie video games, The Last of Us 2 has just been released.
Ooh.
And I went out and bought it straight away. Like I'm really enjoying playing it. The story is really cool. The characters are really engaging. But I'm stuck on one particular stage where the main character Ellie, has to battle the boss monster in a supermarket, competing to see who can collect the most toilet paper. So that's what's doing. We're done.
Very nice.
I want to bring up the beef between 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
Yep.
Because when you mentioned the whole thing where you bought ticket, like the kids bought tickets to the Trump rally,
Yeah.
and didn't attend. That reminded me of 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Like
Troll and Ja Rule.
50 Cent bought like at least
all the
5
VIP.
rows.
Yeah.
Of the front, all the VIP in the front row seats. So when Ja Rule starts performing, no one's in the front row seats. It is just awkward as hell. It also brings up the fact that this week 50 Cent trolled Ja Rule again for his ad.
Yeah.
So there's an ad
There's an
that's
ad.
out there that's kind of gone viral of Ja Rule promoting and selling gyros in a very 90s low quality fashion. It's just Ja Rule on a green screen doing dance moves, promoting it like a car salesman, and then in the background of the green screen is just the gyro place and everything. It just looks really low budget,
Really tacky.
and and
Yeah.
he's dancing, he's singing, he's really having fun on that thing. And 50 Cent just trolled him again on Twitter.
Yeah.
And just, 50 Cent just always tries to find a reason just to troll Ja Rule.
I mean, like, have you seen the new menu log ads that have Snoop Dogg on it?
Snoop Dogg killing it. I'm like, I want to buy something. I'm getting hungry just listening to this shit.
I think Ja.
Like, he's on there, and I'm like,
I think
he
Ja-
looks cool, but then
Sorry.
there's a difference between
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Ja Rule,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's what you were just
Yeah,
going to get
pretty
at.
much exactly the same. Like Snoop can get away with it because he's Snoop, and I think it comes down to the industry respecting Snoop, and Ja's sort of like when he does it, it's like, you know, that kid that's like, oh, if he's doing it, if I do it, I'll be cool too, and everyone's like, nah, man, you lame, bro.
But if you look deeper into the story, Ja Rule just announced that that ad is just pretty much a snippet from his current television show, which is based on celebrities promoting local businesses in a tacky way and find the most way. I think it's getting different celebrities to support a local business and make an ad for it because it's very COVID-like. They have to do it at home and find a creative way to promote that local
Got good
business.
intentions, I guess.
So knowing that is like, okay, that's pretty cool. But you know, 50 Cent is so petty
Yeah.
with this beef.
How petty is he?
He's so petty that he's just gonna find whatever he does. I think he's got like Ja Rule on like alert.
He's got
Like,
all his
notification
notifications
alert.
for Ja Rule. He's just like waiting.
Yeah.
I think-
whatever Ja Rule does, 50 Cent knows.
I think
For
I
sure.
think 50 can't live without Ja. Like, he's like the Joker.
Joker and Batman,
He's
right?
they got a Joker Batman complex. He cannot thrive without Ja. Like, as much as he says like he's his arch rival and hates him, I reckon deep down 50's like, that's my little homie Ja, just doing Ja things.
That's what it feels like, right? Like when you
Some
roast
sort
your
of
mates.
respect. There's some
Something
sort of respect there, right?
There's something there.
Something little respect that no one will
Yeah.
know, but it's there. It's obvious, right? It's like when you see two people like bagging each other out and they're like male and female, but you know secretly they love each other.
Again,
They want to go out with each other.
they egging each
In
other.
high school,
100%.
they're egging each other and stuff.
think-
Like, yeah.
I think it's true what they say that you're only as good as your most latest performance, like when it comes to artistry. And even though Ja Rule has had like some hits in the past, like I grew up listening to, you know, Living It Up, all of the collaborations he did with Ashanti, all of those tracks.
Yep.
But now all I can think of when I think of Ja Rule is that bit that Dave Chappelle said. He's like, like it was like 9/11 or something. Cause like now we've got celebrity Ja Rule here to talk about that. Like who gives a shit what Ja Rule said?
Yes. I love it. Like, you can't deny Ja Rule's impact to like hip hop, and
But-
it just happens that it's a two-edged sword. Like, you got that impact, but at the same time you're easy to troll.
You've got too
Yeah.
because you got that.
his ratio of impact and taking L's is debatable. You know, which one has more L's, impact? But the L's, when I think Ja Rule,
So,
I
like-
think fire. I think
yeah, fire
that's all I think about. I'm like, I can't get past that. I'm like, really?
I remember having a conversation with someone and like I think amongst friends, like one of my mates, like we would always troll each other, we'd always roast each other, right? And that's what you do when you're with friends. And somebody asked like, why do you tease me so much? I'm like, because you're an easy target. Like you get because you get teased if you give a reaction, right? And I feel like the reason why I probably sound like a horrible person saying that. I'm going to tease you because I get a reaction from you. But it's true, right? If you give a bully a reaction, they will continue bullying you. I think with 50 and Ja Rule, 50 knows that he's going to get a reaction from Ja Rule. Like if you troll Ja Rule, it's like straight away he's going to react, and that's why it's a lot more funny.
Yeah.
But if you ever try to troll Snoop Dogg,
Nah.
he'll just kind of like it's like water off a duck's back. He'll just be cool with it.
He's just Snoop is just too cool.
He's
Like
too
that
cool.
Menulog ad. I'm just like, you're just too cool.
It's genius.
Like I'm convinced, man. Like
I mean-
Menulog all the way.
I mean, it's a little bit tacky, but
It
then
is.
it's a little bit tacky that ad. But then I was watching it, I'm like,
But Snoop can
it's
do anything.
Snoop, man.
Snoop can do anything.
Dude,
I don't know. He's
my-
come to that level where he can do whatever.
My dude
whatever he wants.
can narrate the Discovery Channel. My dude can fucking start doing disco music, and he's done these things. Snoop is an icon, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
could you argue that he's probably the most known hip hop artist in the world?
Yeah, I actually do think his image, because
Yeah.
Who's more known?
I mean,
than
'cause
than Snoop.
he's switched over to pop as well, right? Like that track that he did with Katy Perry, California Girls. That's straight out pop song, but then he's on it, like, and nobody bat an eyelid that Snoop is on a pop track. Like nobody was up in arms about it. Like I'm sure if there was another rapper that did a particular song, they'd be like, oh, what the fuck is he doing on this track? But
yeah,
nobody, it just seemed right that Snoop Dogg, who is gangster, but at the same time can be pop.
Yeah, he's got that career where you can look at him and be like, you know what? He can do whatever he wants. He's gangster enough that I won't give an opinion. And he's respected enough in the hip hop game because of his earlier work that no matter what he does now, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because everyone be like, you're just on that. He's on that god level. He's like a living god on earth. Like we always have these conversations of who's on god level, who's on the king level, and who's below that. But like Snoop is a living god right now.
yeah. He'd be in the impact
hell,
top
Snoop-
5, I
Snoop.
think, because you know how we always judge rappers with either. We usually, because we do, is like we always go by lyrical ability, lyricism. But
Yeah.
in terms of like that kind of thing, like impact, like Snoop's up there, Kanye, those kind of figures that have a career. I think with Snoop, his advantage is he's got the lifespan of a career that has spanned for so long, and he's remained quite prominent at each phase. Like he literally has a phase almost every, the whole, like, from where hip hop was to where it's now.
He's done everything, man. He was on a track with Psy.
Yeah.
K-pop.
He
He's
did a rap with a
done
Vietnamese
K-pop.
guy. He's been on a cooking channel with this old lady.
Crazy.
He's hilarious.
He's done it all, man.
He's done it all.
I like.
There's nothing he can't
I
do.
don't want to flip it to a dark level, but like, if we lose Snoop, that's gonna be a big hit.
Oh yeah.
To hip-hop.
Oh yeah.
That's dark.
People don't recognize how much of an impact he has until like probably when he's gone. It's just his career has just touched pretty much every single genre, every single medium, every single like
Everything.
style, and
It
he's
would be-
remained pretty much the same.
It would be
throughout the whole
interesting.
thing.
It would be really interesting to interview him and ask him if there was some sort of plan to, because he's done comedy as well. He's like done the Comedy Central roasts. He's been parts of that, and like you said, he was on the cooking show. Like
He's
I
been
want
on WrestleMania.
I want to see if that was deliberate. If doing that thing was deliberate, trying to do that so you get your foot in the door into doing movies, doing like
I feel like he just
advertisements
has
and
a
stuff like
bucket
that.
list ever since he was like 20. Like he's just ticking things off as he goes. It's like, okay, reggae song. All right,
Snoop Lion.
Change his name.
let's
Change
do
it back.
let's do K-pop. Let's do like pop. Let's do dance. Let's do a menu log ad. Like, things are, like I reckon he's done so many things that we don't even know about in different countries, and like I don't know, he's just one of those icons that we can't really like take for granted because so much impact. Snoop is just a legend.
Absolutely.